Hey ladies, it's your girl London Britt. Just want to give y'all one warning. My daughter is crying in the background, so y'all are gonna hear her. She is a little cranky and she wants mommy probably, but she's good. She's with her brother and her dad. She's fine. But if you hear her, don't mind her. If you're a mom, you know you know. If you know, you know. But we're back with another one, y'all. We're back with another banger. I swear I'm a rapper. But no. Hey guys, welcome to the Go Get Her podcast. We are back here with episode 9. Oh my god, episode 9. Yes. We litty. But for real, I was just sitting here reading John 8 verses 30. Not even. I could even go further. Like, Jesus is really in his bag. Like, I'm reading it and I'm like, he didn't play. Like, he wasn't rude about it, but he didn't play. Like, slap you with the truth real quick. You could take it and run with it. Do what you want, baby. But my father sent me here to do one thing, and I'm gonna do that. Like, he wasn't playing with it. Like, yeah, we could go before verse 30. Where was I at? Started at. I'm just catch y'all up to where I'm at, to where I was reading. From where I started reading, and then I'll get into the topic of today, which is forgive her, forgive yourself. That's what I'll be talking about. But let's see. We could start, because I was reading chapter 8, the whole chapter, but we'll start at John chapter 8, verse 12, right? So it says, Jesus spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you don't have to walk in darkness, because you will have the light that leads to life. So good. So rich. Cream of the crop. The Pharisees replied, You are making those claims about yourself. Such a testimony is not valid. Jesus told them, These claims are valid, even though I make them about myself, for I know where I come from and where I am going. But you don't know this about me. You judge me by human standards, but I do not judge anyone. And if I did, my judgment would be correct in every respect, because I am not alone. The Father who sent me is with me. Your own law says that if two people agree about something, their witness is accepted as fact. I am one witness, and my Father who sent me is the other. Where is your Father? They asked. Jesus answered, Since you don't know who I am, you don't know who my Father is. If you knew me, you would also know my Father. Jesus made these statements while he was teaching in the section of the temple known as the treasury, but he was not arrested because his time had not yet come. So I'm going to just pause there, okay? I'm going to just pause there. And just, if y'all want to go back, that was John chapter 8, verses 12 through 20. So good. Whole chapter. I'm going to just stop right there. I'm going to repeat this. And if I did, my judgment would be correct in every respect, because I am not alone. The Father who sent me is with me. Just let that sink. The Father who sent me is with me. I would be correct in every respect, because I am not alone. We are not alone, y'all. I know it gets tough. I know forgiveness itself is tough. Forgiving others, forgiving ourselves, I feel like is much harder than forgiving others, right? But we're not alone. We have somebody who we can lean on. We have a manual that we can literally go to for help. We have the book, the good book, the truth that will set us free from wherever it is that we're going through, right? But we have to remember that we are not alone. We are not alone. And I'm learning, still learning. It's hard learning this, hard lesson, a hard pill to swallow. But I'm learning that as I learn to forgive myself, it's a little bit easier to forgive others. I said a little because I am not there yet. I am not there yet at all. Y'all know I keep it a stack on here. I'm not there yet. But it's become a little bit easier. I have a little bit more grace for myself. And then I think about situations where I'm like not forgiving certain people, not speaking to certain people because of X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I should have grace for them too. Sorry, those are my kids. I'm like, I should have grace for them too. But I'm in a place where I'm like, I'm tired of being a bigger person, but I'm not alone. I'm not alone. So I try to go to him like, listen, you know, you already know what down, okay? You already know what down. I don't want to be the bigger person. I'm tired of being a bigger person. So I need you to help me. I need more of you, less of me. How should I approach this? How should I approach this situation? How should I talk to this person? Should I talk to this person? Is this someone you're trying to remove? Or like, like just going to him, seeking his guidance with everything instead of going to family or friends or my man, whatever. Seeking his guidance first because that's what's really going to set me free. His truth. He is the truth. So when it comes to myself, it's harder because it's like, how can I put it? Like if you got into it with somebody, right? And you're trying to forgive them for things they've done in the past, things they're still doing, whatever. It's a conversation that you can have with that person. You can hear them out. They can apologize, but when you're trying to forgive yourself, you're not really like having a conversation with yourself, you're not going back and forth with yourself. So it's a little bit harder because it's like, there's really only one other person that you can go to, and that is Jesus. Like when it comes to you and you, there's only one person who could get in the center of that and really like dig at the root and help you dig and tug at that root of where the problem is. And that's hard. It's hard. So with me, personally, something that I had to work on forgiving myself for was being suicidal. I used to feel like everything that happened to me was because of when I was suicidal. Like if something would happen, I'd be like, dang, this is God punishing me because I was trying to take my life. Because I was always taught like, when you commit suicide or if you try to do suicidal things to yourself, or like if you're depressed, like I used to hear this when I was younger, that like you would literally go to hell if you try to do those things. And I used to like take that with me, like, dang, I'm probably going to hell because I tried to like commit suicide. I tried to kill myself. Like God is never going to forgive me for these things. When I got hit by a car, I was like, oh yeah, he's trying to take me out. I'm laughing now, but I really used to think like this, like, he's trying to take me out because I didn't believe in him at one point and I was trying to take my own life. And yeah, he doesn't forgive me. So why would I forgive myself? I really used to think like this. It took me years to get to a point where I could like talk about it without crying. I could express it to people. Like I told you, I write poetry. So I started doing open mics and like opening up about being suicidal and things like that. And the more I like stop trying to battle with myself and really let it out and not try to hide it and like throw it in the back of my mind and really like set it free, literally get it out of me, it became a little easier to forgive myself about it. It became a little easier to talk about it. It became a little easier to write about it. I mean, like, anytime I would talk about this, I would get so emotional writing about it, talking about it with other people. It used to get so emotional because I'm like, dang, I was really in a dark, dark space where I literally did not want to be here. I did not want to be here. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, oh my God, just thinking about it, I'm just like, wow, like I was really low, low, low to the flow, did not care about nothing. And to look on my life of like where I've gone from that point in my life, how far God has taken me, the blessings He's continually given me, undeserving. It's just like He's so powerful, He's so amazing. Because I am undeserving. Okay? Undeserving. Don't deserve it. Didn't deserve anything, anything that He gave me and is giving me. But He's so good. He's so amazing. He forgave us already. As soon as God sent His one and only Son to die on the cross, we were forgiven. So if such a powerful person in our lives can forgive us for all the sin that we've done, all the things that we've done, the betrayal, in and out, trying to get it closer to Him, running away, ignoring Him, not talking to Him, turning our back on Him, all of that, right? And He still forgives us. He still did this to set us free from the invisible shackles that we're in. Sometimes they are visible. Depends on your story and your struggle. But if He could forgive us for all that we've done, why can't we forgive ourselves? Why can't we forgive ourselves? It starts with us. We're on this journey of trying to become better versions of ourselves. We're on this journey to discover who God created us to be and why. What is my purpose here? Excuse me. We're on this journey of healing, growing, evolving, trying to get to know ourselves, trying to get to know God. We can't do it without forgiving ourselves for the things that we're ashamed of, for the things that we're embarrassed about, the things we're guilty for, things we did to others, things we did to ourselves. The example I gave was something I did to myself, which was trying to commit suicide, cutting, things like that. We cannot be set free if we don't get those things out of us. If we don't get those things out of us and give it to the only one who can help us, we can't. We're going to be stagnant. We're going to continue to go in cycles and cycles and cycles. Try to be free, set free, back again because we didn't really let it out. We didn't really give it all to Him. We gave Him some. All right, here's a little bit. Here's a little bit. Even though He knows it all already. He knows it all. But all right, here's a little bit. But it's still some gook and some dirt in there because we didn't give it all to Him. No, give it all to Him. God, I used to cut myself. I didn't want to live. I was confused as why you woke me up every morning. I was disappointed when I used to wake up in the morning. I was upset at my parents for meeting each other and building a bond to want to make love and have me. I was upset about everything. And it showed in my walk, in my talk, everything. I used to cry myself to sleep. Sometimes I would just be laying in bed, sleep, but crying. Crying in my sleep, crying to sleep. I mean low, bad, in a terrible space. God, yes, that was me. And I need your help. I need your help on forgiving myself for that. I need your help on moving forward. I need your help on trying to move past that. Trying to move past that, move from that, let go of that, not run back into that. Not run back into that because that happens too. That happens too. Because we skip the step. We skipped a step and we didn't listen to Him. We didn't listen to His instructions. We weren't confident in what He told us to do to get free of that. So we took it upon ourselves. We got in our own way. We made our own decisions to handle certain situations our way and not His way. And now we're back to square one. It happens. It happened to me. I was back in a prison. I first went through depression when I was 16. I would say I spent the block maybe like 2021, more like 1920, like when my parents first moved. Because I just felt like lonely. I was on my own in a big city, New York, trying to like figure things out on my own. I'm a kid still. I mean, I'm a teenager, but still young and trying to figure things out on my own. God nowhere in the equation, trying to figure it out on my own, not trying to call home and, ask mom and dad for anything. So just like keeping a lot on my shoulders. I spent the block because I skipped a lot of steps. God was nowhere involved in the equation. It was me, and me. And what did I do? Fall. I fell again. I tripped, I stumbled, I fell, I sat there, I laid there, I got comfortable there, and then I got stuck. And thank you, God, for picking me up. Because only He did it. Because I didn't want to get up. I was comfortable where I was at. Drinking, partying, having sex, different partners. I was comfortable. Satisfying me, satisfying my flesh, doing what I wanted to do. I was comfortable. I was good. This is my life. This is it. I'm lit. Cool. But to who? Lit to who? The people around me? The people I was in relationships with? Like, who? Lit to who? Really? Lit to who? Not lit to me. Really? I thought I was lit, but I was not. I was literally a candle that was burning out slowly and just melting. But God lit me back up. God picks me up, even if it was by my pinky toe, because I promise y'all I was comfortable where I was at. And He probably was like, don't. But He picked me up. He got me back up. I tried to change. I tried to take the steps to get to know Him. I tried to take the steps to try to learn how to pray and build a bond with Him. And guess what? I tripped and stumbled again. I'm just being honest with you guys to show you that you're not alone. He is with you through it all, honey. Through the lows, the highs, the valleys. Like, we're not perfect. He doesn't want us to be perfect. We will never be perfect. We will trip and fall again. But the point with that is, when you trip and fall, don't stay stuck. Don't stay stagnant. Get back up. Even if you're wobbling, get up. Even if you can't stand straight, you got to lean. You have somebody to lean on. Jesus. He will hold you tight. I got you. I'm not going to let you fall. I'm not going to let you slip. His grip is so tight. His love is so tight. His love is amazing. It's nothing like it. There never will be anything like it. Nobody will be like it. Nothing will be like it. Money, success, fame, nothing will be like the love of Jesus. Nothing. So you can try all you want. Dating, trying to chase money, trying to chase attention. You could try. But He gonna get you right where He wants you. He's gonna get you right where He wants you. And you're gonna end up going to Him. Because you're gonna get so sick and tired of your best. So sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, God, I can't do it no more. And whatever that looks like for you, it's your story. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your testimony to share to others. But what it looked like for me was getting up and falling, getting up and falling, getting up and falling, tripping and stumbling, staying stuck, being comfortable with staying stuck. And God finally was like, girl, get up. You have moves to make. And there's a lot of things that I need you to do, and you can't do it down there. So, yep, come on. I know you don't want to. I know you got attitude. Come on. You literally was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Come on. That don't bother me. Shake that attitude. That don't bother me. Like, so it's tough to forgive yourself. But like I said, if he can forgive us, we can do the work to forgive ourselves. If he forgave me for cutting and being suicidal and being mad at him for waking me up every morning and being mad at him for creating me, if he can forgive me for that, I can forgive me for that. And I do. I do. It took me years to forgive myself for that, but I can finally say I do. And that's just a part of my journey. That's a part of my story. That is not me. Suicide is not me. Thank God. Thank you, God. Depression is not me. Those chains are broken. Those chains are broken. I promise you, the shackles are broken. I'm done trying to get in my own way. I'm done trying to do everything myself. I'm done trying to be in control. It is not easy. No, it is not easy. Yes, I still fall short. Yes, I still try to control everything myself. And then I'm like, all right, London Brit, check yourself. Check yourself, because you can't do this by yourself. And you are not alone. Check yourself. Get in your book, journal, whatever it is that you need to do to recenter yourself, because you're not alone. And all the glory goes to God. Where I am today, God. Oh, you're always smiling and so happy. God. Someone asked me today, girl, I don't know how you would do it. You got 2 kids, you got a podcast, you work. I said, girl, I don't know either. God's grace. Like, literally, like, God. Not, oh, I do this, I do that. Not me. Because I be stressed. I be stressed sometimes with everything. I get overwhelmed. And then I'm just like, God, this is what I asked for. I prayed for this, literally. I just have to do better with balancing everything and asking for his help. But forgive yourself for whatever it is that you need to forgive yourself for, because God has already forgiven you. He paid the price with the ultimate sacrifice of his one and only son, so that me and you can be set free, so that me and you can go after the woman he created us to be. But we can't do that if we don't love ourselves. We can't do that if we don't forgive ourselves. And we can't do that if we don't do the work to build ourselves. So I promise you, you are not alone. And you can do it. And remember, when we forgive ourselves, when we learn to forgive ourselves, it's easier to forgive others. Now I got a list. I've done checked off some people on the list. I've forgiven them in my heart. I've forgiven them and I spoke to them. Some people I didn't speak to, God, I forgive them. I was in church last week and I was literally praying and thanking God for certain things. And I was naming people that I haven't spoken to because, we fell out or things like that. And I was like, God, cover this person and pray for, like, just saying different things. And I'm like, wow, this can only be God. Because if it was up to me, I would not be naming these people. But that was God. That was God. He's working on my heart. He's working on my heart. And I hope that he continues to do that, because I need help with that. I do need help with it. But yeah. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Hug on yourself. Hug on yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. And even if you don't feel like you deserve it, that you're not deserving of God's love, you're blaming yourself for certain things that you did or said to yourself, to others, whatever. If you journal, write it down. Write down some things that you want to forgive yourself about. Mentally, mental notes in your phone, whatever works for you, do you. But see if that practice helps. See if that practice helps, and write down what are the pros and cons of forgiving myself for this. I'm pretty sure there will be no cons, because forgiveness is from God. Forgiveness is beautiful, but forgiveness is hard. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not. And you might trip and fall, but just remember to get up. And so that matters, is that we get up. But yeah, That's the homework for you guys. Write down some things or one thing, two thing, whatever that looks like for you. I just wanted to talk about one example for me today, but whatever that looks like for you, excuse me, what is something that you want to forgive yourself for? You can start with one thing. What is something that you want to forgive yourself for? Ask God to help you, guide you, and lead you on how to do so. Give yourself grace. Show yourself love. Speak affirmations over your life. Look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are and that you've come so far and you are going so far. You're going to get that woman that you aspire to be. You're going to be that woman that God created you to be. Brick by brick. We talked about this last week. You're going to be that beautiful building, which is God's creation. And He's going to be so pleased. I promise. And so are you when you see all the hard work and what it came to fruition to be. But I love you guys. Gonna go get my baby now and get her to bed. And it's past Ocean's bedtime. So yeah, I'm gonna go get the kitties ready for bed. And I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.